You know, that chill in the air means fall is here and winter is on its way, and with it comes the hottest part of the flu season. This year it's hitting as doctors also warn about COVID and RSV.
Yeah, the county is working to try to slow down the spread. ABC 10 News reporter Sierra Encinas is joining us live from the Logan Heights branch of the library, where they will be holding a free flu shot event today. Sierra, experts have been warning about problems for a while.
Good morning, Virginia. That's right. Experts like one of Kaiser Permanente's top doctors, Dr. Tseng, say that they predicted this because of patterns that they saw of the flu in Australia earlier this year. And with the high number of flu cases spreading here in San Diego County, county officials are putting on flu vaccine clinics. One will be happening here, like you said, at the Logan Heights branch of the library from 11 to 3 o'clock today, and it is completely free. Now, they say getting vaccinated against the flu is one of the best ways to protect yourself from getting it. 209,000 people have already gotten the flu shot so far this year. This month, San Diego County has already reported over 900 flu cases. Now, that's more than double the cases reported last month. A trend that we're seeing locally is that rather than adults 18 to 49 accounting for half of the cases, this year it's kids. Overall, this last month, 62% of the cases have been kids. Dr. Tseng says he's not sure exactly why, but it could be because kids are gathering again, something they weren't able to do during the pandemic.
I think those are all good things. What we do want to do is make that environment as safe as possible. So when you're doing that, if the transmission in your community is high, and we can tell that from the reports, then maybe we want to talk about masking in the classroom. Maybe we want to be a little bit more cautious. Maybe we want to make sure everybody's vaccinated.
If you do want to get your flu shot, you can get it, like I said, here at the Logan Heights branch of the library from 11 o'clock to 3. No appointment is needed, and once again, it is completely free. And doctors are also saying to make sure that you wash your hands and to stay home if you're sick to slow the spread of the flu virus. For now, live in Logan Heights, Sierra Encinas, ABC 10 News.
So I just heard that also this flu season is going to be particularly really brutal, and so I just wanted to make sure we're all protected.
As the winter approaches, concern is growing from medical professionals about the increase in respiratory illnesses in our county. Doctors urging people to get their flu and COVID boosters early. ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo shows us how a nonprofit went to the South Bay today to make those getting the shots as easy as just walking in.
The vaccine clinic was at Montgomery High School, and it was free. All people had to do was show up, fill out these forms, and then head over this way for their shots.
Just getting a checkup from the doctor here.
Getting a shot can be a little scary.
I'm going to pull you up, okay?
But it helps when you have a nurse distracting you and you're a pretty confident 4-year-old.
Done.
Adonis and his entire family got their shots Monday night at Montgomery High School in the South Bay. The clinic put on by the nonprofit Champions for Health, offering both COVID-19 and flu shots.
So I just heard that also this flu season is going to be particularly really brutal, and so I just wanted to make sure we're all protected.
For the Hunt family, mom, dad, and 8-year-old William got COVID boosters. 4-year-old Adonis got his flu shot.
They just had RSV a few weeks ago, and so we had to have inhalers for both of them.
The parents feeling a sense of added responsibility. Both are teachers in the South Bay, and mom is a surrogate expecting a baby.
I just wanted to do what's right by my family and make sure that I was protecting the baby and protecting myself.
The clinic comes as doctors warn of a severe flu season and as local high schools around the county see outbreaks of other respiratory illnesses. Heading into the winter months historically has meant an increase in people getting sick as activities are moved indoors. Champions for Health offers the vaccines free of charge, no need to register or have proof of insurance.
If we're just going to be vaccinating the people that are privileged and not the underprivileged, then that doesn't make a community at all.
And for this family of 4, just a few minutes of their afternoon, and they're now protected for the winter.
It's easy. You walk in, you took care of it. We're done in 15 minutes. We literally got the shot and walked out.
In the South Bay, Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Chula Vista mayoral candidates faced off tonight ahead of November's elections. The event allowed the public to ask questions to those running for office. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Kimberly Hunt.
And I'm Wale Aliyu. ABC 10 News reporter Ryan Hill is live in Chula Vista with what prospective voters are walking away with. Ryan.
Yeah, Wale, we talked with some people who were at this debate that was hosted over at the library across the street, and some were saying that this answered some of the questions they had, but for others it did not. Although some were saying that this that much more confirmed already who they would be casting their ballot for on Election Day. Enthusiastic is one way to describe the Chula Vista Mayoral Forum hosted Monday night.
We can't keep recycling the same past 16 years of failed leadership. We need a new vision for this city.
I've grown up in Chula Vista, and I've been part of that diversity. And we want to make sure that we keep that diversity, and that no matter what race, what color, that you come to Chula Vista, you are welcome and that you can thrive.
The two candidates, Amar Campa-Najjar and John McCann, answering questions from a large crowd.
I'm running for mayor because I believe that I both have the experience and the know-how.
And I think this election is not about the past 20 years, it's about the next 20 years.
Hot topics for the night, affordable housing and homelessness, including Harborside Park.
If we're going to deal with housing costs, we got to grow the economy. If we're going to deal with homelessness, we got to grow the economy.
We as a council were able to unanimously close the park down, but we also work with the elementary school district to make sure that we protected our children and the families of Harborside Park.
There's plans in place, and there's a fresh new eyes that could be putting Chula Vista in a better place.
Unfortunately, it tended to overwhelm what may very well have been a good answer to the question. There were a lot of questions unanswered, I think, tonight more accurately.
One voter we spoke to says she's still on the fence on who she'll be casting her ballot for on Election Day after the debate.
I'm still a little bit undecided on which side to go, but yes, they've answered a couple of questions that yes, I wanted to know.
The voters that we spoke to say that they were pleasantly surprised with how many people showed up here on Monday night for the debate, to see everybody so engaged in the civil process and also in the election. And as a reminder, Election Day is November 8th. Reporting live here in Chula Vista, Ryan Hill, ABC 10 News.
A grief-stricken family comes face-to-face with the doctor they believe is responsible for their loved one's death. That doctor was working for the San Diego County Sheriff's Department back in 2019 when an inmate died. Today, she made her first court appearance. As ABC 10 News anchor Lindsay Pena reports, the family of the inmate says they hope it's the first step toward justice.
Dr. Frederique Von Lintig was arraigned in a San Diego County courtroom Wednesday. She's charged with involuntary manslaughter in the death of Elisa Serna.
She has to face justice, and we hope that she meets the due justice that we are afforded in our country.
Elisa's father, Michael Serna, was there as well as other family members during the proceedings. He says they've been waiting for this day since Elisa died in custody in November of 2019 at the Las Colinas jail. In addition to Dr. Von Linting, nurse Dana Lee Pasqua has also been charged in connection to the death. The DA's office says despite obvious signs of distress, Nurse Pasqua left her on the floor of her cell.
She was left to die, and nobody should die in such manners. People treat their dogs better than the way the Sheriff's Department and the nursing department of our county jail system treated my daughter.
Serna says his daughter struggled with substance abuse, and according to the Sheriff's Department, Elisa was in custody for about 6 days for theft and drug-related charges. But her family says an arrest should never have ended in a death sentence.
We've been devastated. We've been grief-stricken. We've been... I could pick up all these words out of my head, but it does not describe the pain that we feel.
Lindsay Pena, ABC 10 News.
Both the nurse and the doctor in this case are set to be back in court early next year. Now to the continued search for a gunman who shot and killed a driver along a busy Chula Vista roadway yesterday. The victim was a 38-year-old man. ABC 10 News reporter Moses Small went back out to the neighborhood today and uncovered an unsettling trend.
I was in my yard, and I hear like about 7 bangs, but I didn't.
Gaudino Sanchez was home yesterday morning when a man was shot dead just a street away from his home in Chula Vista.
Yeah, I honestly never thought it was going to be gunshots, you know. Maybe I heard something else.
Chula Vista police say it happened on this busy stretch of E Street near Broadway when 2 men got out of their cars. That's when they approached each other and one man fired multiple gunshots. The victim later died at a local hospital. The search is ongoing for the shooter, who witnesses say sped away west on E Street towards the I-5.
I mean, he has to be caught.
For residents like Sanchez, broad daylight shootings are bringing on a scary trend.
It is tough because, you know, I got, 2 younger kids. My girl is 13 years old and I have a 10-year-old boy. Very strange when something like this happens, just literally like a few feet from you.
It's one of multiple shootings happening during the day so far this year in Chula Vista. Police are still searching for this man, accused of shooting 2 homeless people near Harborside Park the morning of August 26th. And 19-year-old Serenity Renee Nieblas, who was pregnant at the time, pleaded not guilty to attempted murder after a pair of road rage incidents. In one, her boyfriend allegedly shot a man in traffic in May. Sanchez says he hopes police catch up to the man responsible for yesterday's homicide.
You gotta basically show up and take responsibility for what you're doing, for what you did.
Moses Small, ABC 10 News.
If you know anything about yesterday's deadly shooting, you're encouraged to contact the Chula Vista Police Department. Relief help is on the way in this 10 News follow-up just 24 hours after we introduced you to a San Diego woman who's been living out of her SUV for about a year. After seeing her story on 10 News yesterday, a local organization says it wants to help Dayla McDaniel. ABC 10 News anchor Aaron Dickens delivered the good news to her today.
He's so cute. Dayla McDaniel speaking to us yesterday with her dog Ocean by her side. They have both lived in this SUV for about a year. Life on the road has been anything but easy.
I need a place to live. I need a place to live now.
After our report, San Diego Rescue Mission reached out telling us a bed in their emergency shelter program is available for McDaniel and her dog.
It makes me feel really good.
The nonprofit tells us one of their donors saw our story and reached out to the organization. McDaniel says she is more hopeful
that someone would be willing to solve my story and is willing to help me possibly.
The mission's 30-day emergency shelter program is for women and children. People who stay there get immediate needs like food, clothing, and counseling, something McDaniel says she desperately needs.
We're in survivor mode every second, so I can't really relax, and I haven't had good sleep in probably over a year now. It's been a long time.
McDaniel says she is very shy and does not like to talk on camera, but she is thankful for us for sharing her story.
I think you're very caring because you understand.
Aaron Dickens, ABC 10 News.